Salutations. Hey, welcome to another installment of your favorite show, the Dell Ryan Report. I am Ryan Humor, and
hey, man, it's the ever so clever, the man with many endeavors, Mr. About Dell Time. What's up, G? How you doing today?
hey, peace and prosperity, man. Another good Sunday, man. Just got in from Arizona last night.
AZ.
Went to Stockton to my homie's birthday party last night after
Moms.
SFO. So
shit.
it's been an eventful couple of days, man. It's been an eventful couple of days. What's up with you, man? Y'all got the I heard you. A word on the street is, a word on the calendar is, you got a big anniversary coming up.
Yeah, today,
man. 24th,
the 23rd.
23rd. Okay.
Today. So 1 year anniversary. You know, you was there. You made it a compelling speech. You know what I'm saying? Had everybody crying, laughing, and all of the shenanigans all at the same time. But yeah, man, 1 year marriage. I'm in there. Made it. You know what I'm saying? So it's been great.
I have a question. I'll put you on the spot, man. I'll put you on the spot real quick.
Sure.
Just because we did the episode last week and we gave people advice on how to not end up arguing in public. So after you've successfully completed the first year of marriage, which people say is like they say the first year is the hardest year. That's what they say, word in the street. I don't have the statistics to prove this. It's just something I've heard randomly on Dr. Phil and Dave Ramsey and some nigga on the block. But I'm gonna ask you, what advice do you have for newlyweds or people that are about to jump this broom or get a papers away? Like, what do you have? What would you say is the most important thing that you wish someone told you going in, and one of the most important things that you thought that ended up being the myth? Like, what do you wish you knew, and what do you wish you didn't know?
As for me, I'm gonna be 100 with you. Like, it's not much that I felt like I didn't that I feel shocked about, or I'm sorry. It's not much that it's not much that I feel shocked about. It's not anything that shocked me or anything like that. If I was to tell some newlyweds how, because you said that the stats say that 1 year of marriages are that people say that 1 year marriage is one of the hardest ones. I don't feel like it was that way for us. And I will say this though. However, our wedding wasn't this big over the top wedding. You know what I mean? So we didn't put a whole bunch of money into the wedding. We decided to reserve that to put it on the down payment for the house that we have. So that's the reason why I feel like for us financially, we were good. So and I feel like that reduced arguments, that reduced, stress upon stress. To be honest with you, we've actually took so much more time to just worry and focus on how to pay debt down, how to choose smart ways to pay debt down. So that's what we were on. And I think because of that, it reduced the amount of arguments, but it doesn't mean it reduces the amount of disagreement. So if I was to tell you anything, it's compromise with each other, talk. You know what I mean? Don't have something in your mind that you're not willing to say out loud, and say it out loud because you don't know how your partner's feeling on that other end or how they may be receptive to it. And once your marriage, it doesn't mean at the same time that y'all can't, like now it's like, a lot of times people take in marriage and think that they can't do certain things. But okay, Tochi, I'm married women. I can't do this. I can't do, like, no, but talk. Like, sit down and tell her, like, hey, like, we don't need to do this big ass shit because of this and this and this, and make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you go to work and you try to request certain things, you go to work and you have a whole plan of why you need to request. You done discussed it to yourself 50 million times. Sometimes you got to do that shit with your wife. Sometimes you got to discuss something to yourself 50 million times before you go and unload it to her, but just do it. Don't just keep walking around. All right, about this, and then she, why are you mad? So, nothing. I ain't mad about nothing. And just keep going. So, I say like that, like, talk, let it out. That's the only thing I can tell people, man, is let it out. It's not going to be bad unless your wife is crazy. My wife, luckily, bless up, she crazy only sometimes on Tuesdays when the sun go down. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, I think I heard that stat as well regarding most
the wedding, huh?
Yeah, regarding like something along the lines of most weddings that cost X amount, that most weddings that cost over
Over
X amount
20,000.
end up ending faster than the ones that cost less than that.
Yep.
And I would think, man, that's really great advice. They say Dave Ramsey says, make sure your dream home isn't a nightmare. So sometimes people buy a house and then they're house poor. You really wanted this huge house, but the mortgage is $1,800 and you and your wife bring in $2,700 a month.
Right.
So the mortgage is late and y'all ain't got no food. We got this crib though. We got the crib. Y'all want to have people over? Can't no people over because we can't afford no furniture. Okay, bet. Well, in a year, pull up once we get the furniture. But in the meantime, we're gonna remodel the kitchen. It's like, bro, and that leads to disagreements and fights. So you are right. I would imagine weddings are already stressful enough, let alone you go into a wedding and then after that wedding, you getting this bill that you're getting this bill from the charging the wedding, or the joint account is just naked. Like because before the joint account got like 7 tail racks in it. You're looking at it now, and there's 171s in there, and you like, was that worth it? And you're looking at it like, you ain't even got your pictures back yet. Like,
no 20s, no 5s. Just ones. That's all it says that on your account status. It says he has 171.
Yeah, it's like when you go to B of A and you go get some money out and they say pick your denominations. That's how the account be. You just balance, please, and be like 771s. For real. So
you can't use the ATM.
So they trying to look at they're trying to look out for you. Because
I get it, because they don't want you to go over.
Yeah, they know that you.
Bank of America don't give a fuck, but
no, they don't. But they try to be more responsible. Like, we're not gonna get this nigga a whole 20. Maybe you'll need $11. You want $11?
You want it? That's what they ask you on the terminal. Hey, you want $11, bro? Just think about it. Think about it. You be like, no, I don't. Think about it, bro.
That would be so dope if they did that just for fiscal responsibility, because they do with everything else. Like, do you want overdraft? No, nigga, just ask me qualifying questions.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you really want this Starbucks, bro? You have $5. I could afford it, but bro, after you buy, you're gonna have $135 left. Okay, Bank of America, you right.
You're actually right. They don't. They do, because they make all their money off fees. Nigga, that's why they was hot. Nigga, they couldn't charge you every day. But anyway.
Wells Fargo, your homies, like your creme de la creme, your fan, Wells Fargo's doing they're doing they used to have cash advances back in the day, used to get them through the ATM, but now they're doing a get paid early thing, which is like a cash advance still.
Yeah. But you only gotta have direct. See, they got smart because now you guaranteed to have direct deposit. Before then, you had to have direct deposit too for that $500. Right. But now I'm sure it's like they assess how much you actually bring in every time. Like, this is what you are able to get up to based on da.
Of course, you run your whole checkup in 3 days. Like, bro, I got no money. Then they pay you, and then you just take it.
And like that's I ain't gonna lie. That is the finesse. Payday loans got me a long time ago with that shit. Where I used to do that shit. I used to be fucked off them payday loans. Man, shouts out to Ricky, because that nigga the one who put me on that shit. And I had never done that shit until I started fucking with him. And he showed me how to do that shit. And then I got into a cycle of just doing that shit every week.
What was the longest payday loan cycle you was ever in?
Bro, I think it was like 6 months, bro. Like,
For real?
I was like 6 months of like literally I'm just there. These niggas knew me by name. Like, they waving off other clients. Like, no, come on up, Liddell. Like, damn. Like, these niggas know you. Like, that's
you going in there just to pay the fee, just to pay the 35, so you don't got to give them the 200, right? Because you keep the same money.
I'm keeping the same money, but you still got to go through the whole process of like here. All right, let me pay this off. But now, can I go ahead and do another loan? Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, this wild, bro. Don't do that. I think
the longest one I was in one for like it might have been 6-7 months when the feds took my car. And then one of my boys was like, oh, if you short, then you could just go in, because I had almost all the bread to get it out. But I was short by a little bit. My boy was like, nigga, all you gotta do is go to the spot, they just give you money.
That sounds like the same boy who got me on.
Nah, it wasn't that boy. But
it sounded like him.
It was one of my homies that like perpetuates brokenness. He probably own one right now. But just 20 years later, like he was like, man, hey, they just give you money. I'm like, for real? She don't sound right. Yeah, they give you up to like 300. I'm like, all right, bet. When they got 300 and the boy the niggas 365 for like 7 months, just on this cycle, like on a just endless cycle of nonsense. So, hey man, the moral of the story is don't spend too much on your wedding. Hey, and look, hey, real talk though, real talk. I don't know if y'all have seen the pictures from Dell's wedding. I don't know how long a lot of y'all have been following us. However, his wedding was beautiful. I've been to weddings that cost 30, 40 bands, and it wasn't even that good. So before you just make it rain, like just really think about, is this for us or we just really want dope pictures? And if you just really want dope pictures, just get a better photographer. Like you don't need to get married at a castle to get dope pictures. I've seen weddings at castles with shitty pictures. So just something to think about, man. Don't go in with all that debt. We're going to ask y'all a question. Actually, I'm going to ask Dell a question. This is something that's been on the front of the mind of a lot of people. We're a little bit off on our timing about this because this happened like the night after we recorded. You see what happens? We try to do something. We try to lock up and knock it out real early last week. And next thing you know, they do a real interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we late, but it's okay because I gotta know how you feel about this, man. As you do know, Kanye West hopped on the Drink Champs last night. Not last night, last week or so ago. With NORE, you sent me the interview. Unfortunately, I watched that whole 3 hour and 26 minute interview. And I thought, oh, he wilding, but it's cool and all. But then they took the interview down. NORE took the interview down. He went on an apology tour, apologizing to people and everything. And my thing is this, though. I want to ask you a question before we get into this. My question to you is NORE playing dumb, or was he really about this flex? And I know he partially answered this already because he said I already scored a touchdown. I just want to spike the ball. He's like, my show is already great. I probably didn't need this interview, but I didn't know he was going to do that. But we had to have known he was going to do that because we know what he's looking for. Like we saw the tweet. And NORE did an absolute outstanding job the first time ever in his career of not interrupting the subject, which was outstanding. So my question to you is, bro, my first question about this is NORE playing dumb, or did he get set up?
I don't think he got set up, but I don't think he's playing dumb. And so what I want to say is I think he thought that first interview that he did with Kanye was excellent. It got so many views. It brought in so much attention. And he thought, based on my fan base, they love to hear Kanye just rant. So if I bring Kanye on while he's kind of on this tour of interviews, let me go ahead and bring him on and he'll rant. And that's why he didn't interview. That's why he didn't pretty much do any jumping in and let him just speak so freely. And I think he just thought it was just going to do so good. I don't think he thought Kanye. I think he underestimated Kanye. And that's what I'll say. If anything, I think he underestimated Kanye, because when Kanye started, I saw the ghost come out of NORE when Kanye started talking about George Floyd. Yeah. I saw it. I saw NORE like, what? Like he couldn't really say shit because he didn't want to stop Kanye, because he knows right now, totally, when Kanye is getting interviewed, Kanye owns that platform at that time. He owns it. It's his now. They registered the LLC in Kanye they registered that shit in Yeezus, LLC. It's the Yee LLC.
Right.
And it's under him now. So when he gets on the interview, he owns that shit. And so I felt like he just let him rock. He's like, oh shit, this nigga about to say something bad about George Floyd. And he just went in and kept going. He thought he was going to get some highlights where he was going to kind of explain a lot of oh, I did the White Lives Matter because of this and blah, 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 blah. And I can even tell with the snippets he was putting out. With the snippets he put out, let me know where NORE's mindset was with this interview. Oh, he's just ranting. He's saying crazy shit. But I think what happened was NORE was like, all right, let me take this interview off because I don't want to end up. I don't want to end up like Cold Crush. Basically, like I don't want them niggas to play me. Like I'm not gonna take heat for one nigga. Like I'm not gonna take heat because this nigga's my show that's excellent that people love. People want to come on. It's a great platform. I don't want people to come on here and say, "Oh, bro, you just be letting niggas say whatever on your platform." You know what I mean? You be letting it up. You don't even challenge people. You know what I mean? Because he won't let nobody else do that. If somebody else came on here talking that George Floyd shit, he would have stopped them. He would have said some shit like, "Nah, man, you tripping. It's for the culture, blah, 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 blah." You know what I'm saying? But for Yee, he was just like, "Go ahead, Yee. I mean, you saying George Floyd really wasn't like about like, yeah, I'm saying nigga, these niggas don't give a fuck." Right? And I was like, it was so much more to unpack, but I do feel like, I don't feel like he played dumb. I feel like he just tried to ramp his views up. He tried to really get his views up, and he wanted to be one of those people to be like, "Look, I was able to get an interview with Kanye twice."
Do you think so? So you understand why he took it down? Do you think he should have taken it down?
I think he should have. I think he should have taken it down, and I think it's because in this industry, yes, all publicity is good publicity in a way, but when you're trying to make something a platform that's like that you want to have, like he had incredible longevity with Drink Champs. But I'm saying, like, when you want to have something that can go on and on, right? You want people to feel like you're really for the culture. Like you're really for the culture. And I think he didn't want it, because the thing about it is you can't cancel Yee, but you can cancel platforms that Yee been on.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can say, oh, and a lot of times with us backwards ass minded motherfuckers, what y'all end up doing is y'all won't cancel the motherfucker who said the words. Y'all cancel the motherfucker where he said the words at. Like, you shouldn't go there because Kanye was on there talking and NORE, and then NORE get canceled, but not Kanye.
Yeah, when you say it like that, I do have a better understanding, because it's more or less one of those things where I see how just throwing out all this anti-Semite language is horrible, and like saying this whole George Floyd conspiracy thing that he talked about from the Candace Owens documentary is, I mean, that's not you.
The Candace Owens documentary. You're not
Candace
talking
Owens
about
documentary, and then it's interesting. Like you can't be like just a Drink Champs for the culture, and then be like, we gonna have this out too.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about it is I can put myself in the place of me and you interviewing somebody. We going shot for shot for 3 hours and 26 minutes. I can only imagine what would be said if we let somebody just go off cuff, like unedited. I could only imagine. Me and Dell know some wild characters. I could only imagine. So I don't like, I'm not a fan of the way he was of the apologies, like of him saying, "Oh, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to go left like that." You could just say, "I took it down, it was inappropriate." Like you could do that, but the sorries and all that, I don't really rock with it, because to me, you're right. They have a perfect execution of episodes. People go in there, talk about the culture, talk about finance, talk about the history of music, their old groups, everything, blah, blah, blah. I get that. Understood. And I think sometimes within like a perfect collection or a perfect catalog, there might be some things that we don't like in that catalog for comparison's sake. So when you look at Kanye's catalog, I've never met anyone that doesn't like Kanye's music. However, most people that have listened to at least 3 Kanye albums will concur that Yeezus is his worst album. Most people will say that. And I think, but you need something like that in a catalog as like as a oh yeah, that was that one time. Yeah. So for this, really, this is one of those things where, for me, I see why NORE had to do it. But when you delete this type of stuff and they can't be on Drink Champs anymore, and they can't be on YouTube anymore, what happens is that he gonna disappear or whatever. He gonna disappear whatever for his 3 months. He gonna take a picture with some black kids in Chicago, give out some Yeezys in Miami, talk really nicely about Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, and next thing you know, like, yeah, Kanye for the people. Yep. Because once you get rid of that 3 hours of evidence, it's like that was a documentary essentially. And the thing is, over and over again, he said, he said once they got him to admit, like, I'm just jealous of Jewish people. I'm jealous of their business practices.
Yeah.
I wish we could be more like them. Okay, bro, you get it. We get it. We understand what the envy is. Drake said envy is just hate and love at the same time or something like that. So they got it out of him. So if you listen to the whole thing, the context is that he's drunk, he's jealous. All of his friends are Jewish. The only black friends he has, it seems like, are recording artists that he made beats for back in the day. So this is just somebody basically going off on their own boss, essentially. Yeah. Like if we got somebody on here that was like, man, I hate Costco. I hate my manager at Costco. I hate his whole family. But by the end of the interview, like, I'm just jealous of Jim. I'm jealous of Jim's wife. Just everything they got going on. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. That's all you. So for history's sake, I wish it was still up.
I do too.
But for NORE's sake, I understand.
I understand for NORE's sake, but I do like I agree 100% with you that this only camouflages what really goes on. That's just the camouflage. By covering this up again, you're just putting a blanket over it. You're putting a rug over the dust, and instead of like exposing that dust and letting it be out there. And I know sometimes it's like not everybody can be a Kaepernick. Not everybody could take. You know what I'm saying? Like I think in one of Kanye's, I know in one of Kanye's small, like he been doing like lives now since this has happened, and he's been talking about why he think NORE took it down. He's like, NORE called him and was like, yo, I just don't think politics are for me. I don't think it's about the politics. I don't think that's what it's about. I think it's more about like I said, I think it's more about like he was so against the culture to have somebody speak so negatively about the culture on a thing that does nothing but promote the culture, because that's all NORE is doing. NORE is bringing old people to interview that we haven't seen in a while, that we haven't heard in a while. He's bringing these guys back to tell these crazy stories. Like that's what he does. Like his whole thing is, his whole ingredient is, I'm gonna bring y'all in. Y'all tell me about y'all hip hop in the 90s, or tell me about how shit's been going on out here, and things like that. What's been going on? We even can relate to stories, because I might have been doing some shit with you at the time, and we could sit here and talk about the story. But because he was so on there with, I think even the speaking so negatively on the Jewish community hurt him. I think that was like, yo, let me kind of take this shit off, because you can't be in here just talking about bad about the Jewish people, which actually fucking proves Kanye's fucking point. It proves it. It proves it. Hey, you're gonna be like basically that gave Kanye more ammunition to say, see, I told y'all. Like now you don't even get to hear the full context of the interview. And he could sit there and say, because I was in there talking about Jewish people, he had to take it down because the Jewish community told him that he had to take it down because I was talking bad about the Jewish. And he can make it about that. He can make that it simply was taken down. NORE's going to say, I took it down because it wasn't going to do the numbers, or because it was so bad. And he's going to say it was bad because he said I was talking about the Jewish community. So now you got this give or take of what it is. And now it's like if you got in a fight, if you got two people fighting, and only one person, the videographer, saw the shit, right? And then you delete the video, and now you got two niggas arguing about who won.
Yeah,
that's basically what you got,
right? Especially with especially with that oversimplification. I've seen the comments on. There's a video that's still up. That's probably going to get taken down again. They keep taking it down, but the comments like, "See, this was taken down. It proves Kanye's point." To your point, like it's now Ye can be like, yeah, like, feel me, they took it down because all I did was say Jewish one time, and then I said it one time, and this is how it goes. So it's a whack situation. He was on Piers Morgan Uncensored the other day. He did an interview on there, an incredibly long one. Piers Morgan did a better job moderating him and letting him speak for 90 seconds, and then going to the next question. If y'all get a chance, check it out. There's nothing really new on there, honestly. At this point, man. At this point, I want to say, bruh has become overexposed. I don't even think you probably should. I don't even think he should have did Drink Champs. Should have just sent the tweet out and sent out another cryptic tweet like, I'm sleepy. I write things when I'm sleepy. Talk to y'all next year, and just dipped out. Because I feel like after lives and 3 hours of this, an hour and a half on Piers Morgan, you complain about not having a platform, but the problem is once you let somebody speak for so long and they keep saying the same things over and over again, you start to realize, oh, wait a minute, there's not really any depth to these accusations. Like, so he was on Piers Morgan saying a lot of the same stuff that he said on Drink Champs, but just more coherent, if you will. So it's I hope he takes a break. I hope people take a break from him, like giving him a microphone in a video. I hope that this just goes away for a moment, because I don't really think it's a good look for bro no more. I don't think it's not a good look no more.
It's not. But unfortunately, like I said, like his followers are blind. Like they still on some, like, you know what I mean? Like I think I told you this when I sent it to you. I was like, it's funny because like Nick Cannon said something about the Jewish community. Nick Cannon said that, you know, the real Jews or something like that were black. Like basically, he was talking about the Jewish Israelites, right? And in a sense, they were ready to go at Nick. They was ready to, you know, talk. They was clowning him for having lupus, all type of shit, right? Like they was on his helmet. You know what I'm saying? But for Kanye, like you say this so well, is he's still popping. Like he still has something to offer that allows people to accept his nonsense. And as long as he has that something to offer, whether it's clothes, whether it's music, whether it's the fact that they just want to see you get on there and rant about shit that they might be afraid to say. Because a lot of times, a lot of these, like having a black person being able to say the shit that all of the right wingers want to say, you know, having somebody go on there and say that shit for you, yeah, keep them around. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's ugly. That's ugly. I think it's a blatant display of should have never gave these niggas money, and that's what they're doing to him. Because if you listen to him long enough, and you go to YouTube and listen to Orlando Brown for like 10 minutes,
they're the same nigga.
They just, Kanye West and Orlando Brown are the same person. The only difference is $11 billion. Like that's it. But people don't listen to Orlando Brown because he's under a freeway. But people listen to Ye because he has bread. And I just think I think that this overexposure is beginning to it's becoming to be a bad look, bro. Like he calling the Cuomo did an interview. Cuomo was talking while Kanye was talking. He said la 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 la. He did that with Piers Morgan, la 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 la, like during the interview, and it's ugly, bro. So I don't know, Ye, if you're gonna hear this, or the people that know Ye, if they're gonna hear this, let him know. Stop doing all these. You guys just sit back until like February, and we don't need nothing. We don't need nothing. We cool. Do us a favor. Don't do us no more favors. Just sit down, bro. It's getting ugly. Listen, man, I got another question for you regarding
administration. I said the administration.
Yeah, man, the administration. Your man's in there. Biden and the boys. So my question for you is this: recently, the U.S. just launched a student loan website to get your 10 bands if you qualify, or to get 20 bands if you got a Pell Grant. My question to you is this: with what we know about, I had a way better segue I could have done. With what we know about like Trump being indicted and all these laws he's been breaking, but he's still going to run for president. And then what we know about Kanye wearing the 2024 hat, and maybe DeSantis and some other right side. Do you think that the chaos within the right, combined with the student loan relief, is going to keep Biden in office? No? Why? What do you mean no?
Look, I'm going to tell you right now.
That's your man's.
I get what you're saying. It ain't my man's, but I'm going to tell you right now. Unfortunately, the people, the society, the community, the nation is just not happy with Joe Biden, bro. People are not happy with him, bro.
How?
They don't give a fuck about this 10 racks. They don't give a fuck how easy it is to do.
Like that?
Cause they don't, bro. They don't. Niggas is mad, bro. For real. I didn't realize how mad niggas was until I got back to the Bay, and niggas was just telling me like how mad they is. Like, nigga, I'm mad. Like, I'm mad. Nigga, gas high. Nigga, shit's crazy. Nigga, dogs running amok. Nigga, I'm mad. Like, shit's. I'm pissed. Nigga, I'm mad. Nigga, I got a baby. I gotta have it now. And like, Like niggas just pissed. Like girl can't get no more abortions. Like it's just crazy. Like niggas is just like niggas is pissed, bro. I'm being real with you. Like niggas
because gas is high. Because gas is high. Listen,
not even because gas. To me, hold on. Let me be clear. I'm not mad.
No, I know. Niggas is mad because gas is high.
Block. Niggas is mad right now. Niggas is mad. Ain't no money coming in. PP. See, here's the thing. How Trump is becoming a fucking myth in this bitch because he gave niggas so much money that niggas is almost starting to try to forget. Now niggas ain't got no money. Niggas are starting to forget about whatever shit he was doing. Whatever he was talking about, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. At least when Trump was in office, bro, I was getting bagged. I was getting to the bag. Niggas, I hear motherfuckers now who used to be like, man, we gotta get that nigga out of here. Now talking about, man, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. When Trump was in office, bro, none of this shit was going on, bro.
Everybody, it's weird because that's the quintessential sentiment among Black voters who want to vote for Trump next year.
Yeah,
Trump was around. We was getting money, and honestly, according to BlackPeopleStatistics.com, collected by the CDC, yes, the African American household income was higher while Trump was in office. So was the whole U.S. economy, because usually the African American income is lower than the U.S., but they go on like the same trajectory. If you look at the Biden era, you could see how it's going down. If you look at Barack, you can see how it went down for the first quarter of his first term. And once he got things back up, Black households went up as well. But I thought when you said Trump has become the myth, I thought you were going to say something else. What I thought you were going to say was he did it so smooth, right? Because what ended up happening, he was like, when Trump was in office, we was getting money. Like he was in office for all of 4 years, and during that time, like he took over after Barack's economy, and then we had COVID. And when COVID popped off, they sent everybody bread.
Yep.
Except for the very last like 1,400 Trump didn't want to do, which was smart. He's like, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna sit back and let him wait because I gotta leave anyway. Then he bounced, and then Biden gave out like an extra 1,400. And I think that extra 1,400, when we didn't really need it, everybody needed it, but we didn't like really need it. I think that was one of the things where it's like, wait, what? Wait, hold on, why are we getting bread? And then next year, 2022, was like, wait, where all the money go? 2022, all the money gone. So when you go from sending people out $1,400 and gas is $4.76 to sending out nothing and gas is $6.76, yeah, you're gonna get blamed for it. You're gonna get blamed for it. However, I think that this 10 racks, that's what I believe. Yeah, I think when it comes to the 10 racks, they'd have been better off if they just gave it to the people. But to see the feds try to block it, people are like, bro, for real? Because I've seen people complain like the 10 ain't even nothing. I owe my school 320 bands and my firstborn. Like I owe my. But then you find out the right wing is like, no, we're gonna block it. Y'all gonna block the 10 racks. It's not even enough for me to even do nothing with it. I think that may even have people on Biden's side like, oh, I'm rocking with Biden, bro, because they're trying to stop these 10 bands. Like at the very least, if you don't like the 10 bands, you get the 10 bands, you put it on your loan, whatever, fine. Yeah. But for them to block your 10 bands, you'd be like, well, y'all niggas ain't, I can't even get the bare minimum. So that's why I think it may like galvanize what's gonna happen, and Biden gotta stay in office. My answer to my own question is, I think he only gonna be in office if he wanna be in office. Because he hasn't said whether or not he wants to do this shit again. And
I don't think he wants to do it. To be honest with you, I think he's starting to really decide like, damn, this shit wasn't like it was in like when I was just assistant in 08, bro. Like it ain't like that, bro. This shit
an assistant.
I grew up in a whole family of assistant VPs. I should have just stayed an assistant VP. This shit is hard because this shit's hard, bro. It's being a president of anything is fucking hard, bro.
Of anything, even
the PTA. Yes, that shit's hard, bro.
Shout out to Doc Rivers. They promoted him to VP of to president of basketball operations when they got rid of Donald Sterling. And he was like, yo, I can't coach and be president of basketball operations. Now you could do it, it'd be easy. Hell nah, it wasn't easy. No. Hell nah. So now you're right. Being president, anything is hard. But my question to you is this: are you one of the niggas in the culture that's wandering around talking about, can't wait to get Trump back? Do you want Trump back?
Nah.
You
I don't want Trump
Biden
back. I don't want none of these niggas, to be honest with you. Shit. At this point, I just wish a new nigga just come out of the weary, smoky area and just be like, nigga, like some shit like that, ready to save niggas. But
what do you mean the new nigga? Like,
you know how like
this is in the video game.
Right, but you know how wrestling. I was going to say, you know how wrestling be.
Wrestling? Somebody just gonna run out. Someone's gonna run out backstage.
Just run out backstage. Like they got these two niggas in there fighting, and then one nigga come in. All of a sudden, you just hear his theme music. Like, oh my god, it's the Rock!
It's the president. Man, yo, that's complete. You're right. We do need a new nigga, but so this is what I think. I think a new nigga could win. It just depends. It just depends. It depends. So here's the thing, right? So you got Biden.
How much shit can he hold? It depends, because that depends.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. So we got Biden, and then we don't even know if he's gonna run again, right? It's like it's cold, but this situation is so cold because like this is a situation where if you was ever younger and you and your boys like, yeah, man, so you got Lisa. And you got Renee, you got Shelby, like, oh, for real? Well, nigga, you don't even know if I like all three of them. Which one you like? Nigga, we don't even know if Lisa's gonna be at the party. All right, well, look, if Lisa do go to the party, then ... Niggas don't know who gonna see who at this party. So that's how Biden is. We don't even know if he gonna run again. He ain't said he want to run again. We don't know what's gonna happen. But if he do run again, I believe that if he runs against Trump and y'all let Trump run again, not you, Dell, but y'all let him run again after all these indictments and charges. Bro got more charges than R. Kelly and Cosby combined. If y'all let him run again, if he's able to run again, Dell, if he runs again for president, he about to win by a landslide.
Landslide.
It's gonna be bad. But if they don't let him run, and Biden got to run against one of these yay
Biden
niggas,
gonna win. Yeah,
Biden gonna win, bro. Because if it's one of these yay niggas or like DeSantis,
it's nigga, not yay.
It's yay.
I thought it was ye.
Nah, it's He's Kanye. It's Ye. His name is Ye. And you out here disrespecting this man name.
I'm not, because he was on the interview and was like, man, I changed my name to Ye, and nobody respects me Ye. Like
you talking about Angela Ye. His name is Ye.
Lip service, nigga.
I've heard him interrupt these dudes so many times and say, "Yay!" I'm pretty sure. I'm about 95% sure that it's Yay.
No, it's Yay, but I just
you've been calling this nigga Yee. You know what's funny? The other night he was on Pierce Morgan, right? And he was calling Pierce Chris. Like that. Stop, Chris. Like, and Pierce Morgan was like, "That's not my name."
That's not my name.
And then he started calling him boy, like Kanye was calling boy, shut up, boy, like back and forth, right? And Pierce Morgan's just looking at him. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, when people call you out of your name, you say it's racist, and you Cassius Clay, and you Ali, but now you on the radio just doing it. And this is my thing.
Niggas.
This is my thing. If he's trolling the planet, to sell something dope or whatever, or have an ill concert, then he's doing a great job. If he's not trolling the planet, then he's losing his mind.
Right.
But if he's trolling the planet, right, and then just to do like some mass apology to get everyone's attention, to then end up running for president, to then end up being like the assistant to Donald Trump, Dale, do they win?
Yep.
Okay, listen. Okay, cool. I'm glad you said that, because look, as part of the culture, do you have to vote for the Trump Kanye ticket?
I don't, and I won't.
No. Do you have to?
No.
Like,
no.
Why?
Because don't do that stupid shit. Because don't get confused. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like this is like, niggas be confused, bro. Like, but it's Trump and Kanye. Like, you see, Trump and Kanye. Like, it ain't gonna never be no better duo. They ain't had no better duo since Shaq and Kobe. Like, niggas gonna be thinking that's like, that's what it is, fam. Like, that's not what we need in the office. Like, that's not what you need, bro. Like the No, you don't do that shit, bro. Be smart, bro. Like, look up y'all shit. Like, don't like I always say this shit on every time we get ready to come around these elections, bro. Read the fucking ballots. Like, go and do search information, figure it out. Like, don't just go off niggas on interviews being like, niggas can promise anything in an interview. Nigga, I'm gonna give everybody a unicorn. Everybody, like, nigga, like everybody gonna get a unicorn. Everybody, like, nigga, like
everybody's gonna get one unicorn. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. If Biden run, right, and Kanye runs for president, but he got Trump as his vice president, do you gotta vote for Kanye?
You don't vote for Kanye. Fuck, you keep saying that, trying to just finesse the situation. Like,
no, but for the culture,
no, that's against the culture. He's already told you he ain't even for the culture, nigga.
Against the culture.
He's not for the culture, nigga.
But he's black. You got to root for everybody black.
Is he? Is he though? Like, is he black? Like, you could be dark skinned, bro. But are you black, bro?
I mean,
is he though?
On his Piers Morgan interview, he said,
"I'm a black man."
He said he understands the plight of the straight white man because straight white men aren't allowed to have opinions in America. And that's where he's headed, to the top, like a straight white man. So he considers himself a straight white man. That's what he said last night.
So that's your answer right there. So y'all need to watch that interview to take that information and be like, Kanye's white and y'all can have him. You know how Dave Chappelle used to do trades? Or was it Dave Chappelle? Was it Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle used to do trades, right? Like, we'll trade this nigga for this nigga. We'll trade that nigga right now for Zach Levine. Now, I know Zach.
Why?
Black. I know Zach Levine's black.
Ain't he black?
Yeah.
What? Man, look.
It was the only nigga. I don't know why Zach Levine just stayed in my mind right now. We're trading that nigga for anybody. We're trading that nigga for what's that one nigga with the curly hair? The one that wear the glasses.
Who Trey Young? He's black
not
too.
Trey Young. No, not Trey Young. No, he don't play hoop. He's a musician or
Jack Harlow?
Not Jack Harlow. I mean, no, I don't want to say Jack Harlow.
Man.
This a real white dude. This is a real white dude. He be making hella good ass music. He like a singer. He always be on other things. He got the curly hair. He be wearing glasses. I can't think of his
We can't trade Kanye for somebody you don't even know their name. That's silly, Dale. What you doing? What type of shit is that? That's how useless he is.
Give him a reason to do white lives matter shirts. Give him a reason. Let him be a part of that culture. Let him be white. He already got a good credit score, nigga, got the money. He good. He over here fighting for his white wife who want white dick. It's all good. Like, I think that's what really got to him too. Like, man, my wife went to, like, cause they always say, once you go black, you never go back. She went to Kanye and just never went back.
Yeah. He was the dude that took her off of black men. Like she been off for brothers for her whole life. And after this one, she's like, oh no.
No, I gotta go to white. I gotta get to the real whiteness, like the whole whiteness. Like, she went all the way white. She didn't go with a dude who had black, none of that. She went to white, like emo status almost. So I don't know, man. It's crazy though.
So you're saying no matter what, you're not voting for him?
I'm not voting for Kanye, bro. I'm sorry. I'm still on the same. I'm not going for the birthday party. I'm not going for none of that shit. Like, bro, I'm not with that. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, if that's who y'all with, bro, and he become president, fine, bro. I'm fine, bro. I'm taking me, my baby, bro. We going to Spain, bro. You know what I mean?
Wait. Okay. What if it's Kanye running, his vice president is J. Cole, and they running against Satan?
I'm going with Satan, bro. Satan got.
You're not gonna vote for J. Cole as vice president?
If J. Cole teams up with Kanye after he done made a whole song called "False Prophets," then I'm not fucking with Kanye. I'm not fucking with Cole. After that,
I would denounce Cole.
I would denounce Cole. He go in and start talking about I'm running with Kanye. First off, I already know Cole ain't gonna do no shit like that. So the shit is so hypothetical that I already know Cole don't want no parts of politics. He's still trying to get in the NBA. What the fuck he want the politics for? Want to be in politics?
So you vote for? So you would vote for Satan then?
Yep.
Damn, bro. No vice president, just Satan. He gonna do it all by himself?
Might as well. At that moment, right now, I'm already. If I vote for Kanye, that is voting for Satan, nigga. Like, it doesn't. No fucking thin line between that shit, nigga. They the same nigga. Like they the same nigga. They want the same. They want the same initiative. Like, nigga, just burn this shit. Like, fuck it. Like, get all the niggas out. No reparations. Like, make America great again. That's Satan. That's whole Satan's motto.
Bruh. Well, I don't know, man. Hopefully,
who you voting for? You voting for Ye? Is that because you keep? It seemed like you trying to convince me, as a nigga, like coming to my door, like, Kanye running again. Just want to give you this pamphlet, let you know.
Kanye running again. One of those niggas out there wearing a bear uniform.
Yeah, like Ye running again, like knocking on niggas' doors, like vote for Ye. Like, nigga, I don't want to vote for Kanye.
I don't want to, and I don't plan to.
But you have to. Oh,
nah, man. I don't unless it's like if it was something crazy, if it was like Satan and Bill Cosby and OJ Simpson running against Kanye.
Why do your odds, these unrealistic odds? Like, one, Bill Cosby could never ever run for president.
No, I mean, if he was on his cabinet, like it's Kanye for president.
He can't be on no cabinet. He can't be on
Bill
nothing.
Cosby vice president. That's what I'm saying. Like if it was Bill Cosby, OJ, and Satan
and R. Kelly,
against Oprah and Kanye, you gotta vote for Oprah. You keep
putting Kanye with niggas. Oprah might team up with Kanye. They Chicago natives. They might be like, we're doing this for Chicago. But
see what I mean? There's always different variables to these choices you make.
But damn near Oprah be fucking up too. People don't know it no more, but Oprah ain't giving out cars and shit no more. She be fucking up now. She's
not giving out cars and shit no more. Niggas always want something for free. Listen, man, I got a track of the week for y'all.
Yes,
it's Beanie Siegel, Feel It in the Air. It's a perfect late October fall track. If you haven't heard this, if you haven't ever heard this song, when you turn it on, when you get done, it's gonna be one of your favorite 10 songs of ever. It's an ill vibe. It's fitting right. I don't care what time you're listening to this, it's fitting right now. Turn it on. I don't care what type of music you like. It's a beautiful, outstanding song. The video is even fire.
Dope.
Just Feel It in the Air, Beanie Siegel. Look it up on YouTube. The link will be in the description. Per usual, y'all could be anywhere in the world right now, but y'all here with us, and we appreciate that. And we appreciate y'all pulling up to say happy anniversary to Dell and Mrs. Montague.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, man, and if you made it this far, like right now, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and put in your thoughts about what you feel about any of the topics that we discussed today.
Satan.
Whether it's should Kanye be in office, or was the Drink Champs interview necessary to take off, or if you want to talk about student loans and how much you deserve, or if you want to talk people want to talk about how much they deserve. So but all of that, man, I want you to go ahead, give us any comments on what we talked about today. As always, man, we love you. Thank you so much for being our loyal supporters. Continue to support us, and thank you. Till next time. I holla. Bow.